Also, I'm going to be shooting in RAW. In the studio, I shoot in RAW all the time. But I need to tell you something about shooting in RAW. So we're going to be using Lightroom. And what you're going to see is this. I'm going to take a picture. It's going to come up and look pretty good. And you're like, oh, it looks okay. Then you're going to see the word loading. The word loading is Adobe code for here comes the crap. Because it's going to go, see this nice picture? This looks good? Huh? Nope, you took this. Bang. And it shows you the raw image. Here's what's going on so you understand. If you shoot in JPEG, right? And you're not going to hear a lot of people talk about this, but I'll tell you, JPEG images out of the camera look way better than raw images. Here's why. Your JPEG images, they actually sharpen the image in camera. They add contrast, they add color correction, they add hue and saturation. They do all these things to create a finished image. So when you shoot a JPEG image, it looks great. When you switch your camera to RAW, you just told your camera, turn off the sharpening, turn off the contrast, turn off the color control, turn off the hue and saturation, turn it all off, and give me the raw, untouched photo. Now, so why would we shoot in RAW at all if it turns off all the good stuff? Because I believe, and I think you'll agree, that rather than having the camera's computer do our editing, that if we go into Lightroom or Photoshop or in Camera Raw, we can make it look better, right? So that's the whole idea, is like, camera, you don't do the sharpening and all that stuff, I'll do it. And then when we get control of it, we can make it look better than the camera does. So that's the idea. However, here's the gotcha. When you shoot in RAW, your camera still shows you the JPEG preview. So you're out there in the field, you're like, man, these are looking really great. The colors are really popping. You get into Lightroom, it goes, here you go. And you're like, wow, it's just like I remember it. Loading. No, you took this. And you're like, oh. Okay, so you will see this happening today. On screen, you'll see the JPEG show up, then you'll see loading, and then you'll actually see the final image. So just so you'll know, that's what's going on, but I will be shooting in RAW. I think we have just one.